Hello and welcome, gentlemen. So excited to once again surprise you with this live video. I'm sure some of you are like, why does she just not give us a heads up? Well, what fun would that be, giving you a heads up and saying like, hey, I'm going to do it at this time. You should come at this time. No, I want to keep you on your toes because really, I'm just trying to show you how the real life works. And that is, in this moment, life is keeping all of us on our toes right now, especially with everything going on in the world. It's like, I don't know if you guys are thinking this, but it's like, when is this shit going to stop? Like, honestly, when is this just going to be over? And just when we think it's over, it continues on. What is going on in this world? Who is out there poisoning us and giving us this damn virus? It's ridiculous. So it is, just to let you guys know, if you're here, it says that 38 of you are here. 36. Two people are like, screw this. We're out. Okay. Where are you from? So it's 6:58 a.m. here in Bali, Indonesia. What up, Lau? What up? How do you say your name? Jawad? Jawad? The Watcher? Well, hello, darling. It's nice being called beautiful first thing in the morning. I appreciate you. New York, California love. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming. North Carolina, Texas, Cali, baby, west side. 2 a.m. here in Greece, the Watcher. Oh my God, thank you so much. Norway, Florida, Abilene, Texas. G. Callahan, do you know that I used to live in Brownwood, Texas? I live right by Abilene. My doctor was in Abilene. I know Abilene. Oklahoma, Central Jersey, Seminole, Florida. Wow. Awesome. Texas, another Texas. Like, all my Texas people are here. What up, Texas? Yeehaw. Hey. Maryland. Thank you guys so much. Minnesota. Do you have a soda pop, Corey? Soda. Missouri. National Harbor, Florida. Los Angeles in the house. LA. What up? Compton. West Hollywood. Beverly Hills. Baby girl, you're amazing. Oh my gosh. Listen, you guys keep talking to me like this, and I'm going to do YouTube lives every morning just to like get all this. I'm like, whoa, this is how I'm going to wake up. Well, shit, I'm going to do this every day. Trinidad, Watts, LL Watts, Oceanside. Oh my God, you guys, so exciting. So exciting. So I was going to joke. I'm just going to go with it. Why do women seem so unapproachable today? Especially now, because everyone's wearing masks and they're afraid you have corona. The end. We're done. Thank you for your time. See you guys later. No, I'm just kidding. But that is quite funny, right? Rudy said, laughing out loud. Pittsburgh. Lon says, I'm 12 hours away. So you guys, recently, because how many of you know that I live in Bali, Indonesia? Yeah, that's where I live, which is why it's 7 a.m. and I'm doing a YouTube live right now. And I have a coaching session in 30 minutes, so I cannot be late for my client. So we're going to stay on board with this. Indiana. I've been to Indianapolis. Had some good times there. I actually danced on a bar at the Coyote Ugly in Indianapolis. No, that was Nashville. Just kidding. Danced on so many bars in my youth, I just can't keep track of them. 6 p.m. in Texas. So guys, I live here in Bali, and I recently did a talk. I got asked to speak here in Bali for the first time. And I shared all about this on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me. It's the Arica Angelo. Of course, Arica is spelled with an A. Not with an E. Oh, Matt Martin, you're baiting me into some politics right there. Why are you living in Indonesia? Escape Biden. That's awesome. Just Google Bali, Indonesia, and it will answer itself. You're the wittiest woman I've ever seen in my life. I love you. Jawad, we just might get married. You keep talking to me like that, young man. And so I share about this on Instagram, so go follow me, the Arica Angelo, how I spoke for the first time here in Bali, and I was super scared. Can you guys believe that I was scared to speak to people? Can you believe this? And this is, I'm going into why women seem so approachable, because I don't think I think women do seem unapproachable, but let me tell you what's going on underneath and why we all actually struggle with this. Italia, oh darling, darling, Italia, oh grazie, grazie, grazie for being here, babe. So I got up and I did this speech, and I started off the speech and I said this. I said, my friend asked me to do this talk here in Bali, and there were 60 people that showed up, and it was a spa area, and then it was at the top of the spa. And I was like, oh shit. Like, I thought maybe like some women would show up. I didn't think that guys would actually show up, because it's like dating relationship expert for men, but sometimes women just show up to those things. And so I got up, and there were 60 people there, and I was like, okay, wow, I was not expecting this. I was thinking like maybe 5 women would show up, and those 5 women would all be my friends. But no, there were tons of people that I did not know there. And so I was talking to them about like, why is intimacy broken? Once again, we're staying on topic of why women seem unapproachable and how you guys can turn that around and get her attention and be attractive to her. So I said this. I said, listen, my friend invited me to do this, and I did not want to do this tonight. And people are like looking at me like, what is she talking about? Why would she not want to like share her work? Like, that doesn't make sense. If she has a YouTube channel and she coaches people, why would she not want to talk about it? Because I'll tell you why I didn't want to talk about it. I'll just be super honest with you. And you guys are going to think I'm such a twat. I have an English girlfriend, and they say that all the time, and now it's in my vernacular. Good evening, silent night. Oh, holy night. And so I said to them this, and I said, listen, this is my community. Like, Bali is my home. It's my safe place. It's my place to just keep it real, to act like a fool. Like, if I want to go to a bar and hump a palm tree, I want to be able to do that without people saying, oh my God, she's a dating and relationship expert. She should be so mature. No, I'm still a kid at heart. He says, I want to coach you, Arica. Listen, honey, there are plenty of things you could coach me on. And so I said, honestly, like, okay, I'm joking about like wanting to hump a palm tree. I mean, I probably would. Let's just be honest. If you've been watching my YouTube for a while, like, I do some crazy stuff. Even like when I used to edit my own videos, and when I would edit them, I'd be like, oh my God, Arica Angelo, did you just say that? Yes, you did. And so I said, here's the thing. The real reason why I didn't want to share, I was like, because this is my community. And there's something about like when it's a small area, and when people are around you who really know you, really, really know you. Because when I share my work, I share my story as well. Like, the two kind of go hand in hand. And I said, it was scary to me to be in such a small community and have people really know me. And let's just be honest, I'm just going to keep it real. Like, I also didn't want to have a bunch of people be like, oh my God, you're a dating and relationship expert. Can we have coffee? Can I get some free advice? I'm like, no, you cannot. I have a YouTube channel with 400 videos. There's tons of free advice there. Go there. And so I shared this, and I said, at the end of the day, why intimacy is broken is because the majority of us spend most of our life self-protecting. And so I would say to you as men, when a woman seems so unapproachable, yes, there may be the element of, okay, she's tired of just guys catcalling her and this and that. But at the end of the day, if a woman seems unapproachable, there is self-protection going on. And I don't believe that this is just a woman thing. I think that women show it in a different way by coming across as unapproachable. But I think that men are also equally, they show up with just as much self-protection. And what do I mean by self-protection? When a woman is like not having it with a guy, like, you don't know if she just went through a breakup, her man just cheated on her, she's had a history of bad like relationships. Like, we self-protect for so many reasons, and we don't even realize that we're self-protecting. Like, as men, I think for guys like you see a woman and you see she's unapproachable and you say to me, okay, Arica, I get it. She's unapproachable because there's an element of self-protection going on. Can we all agree that there could be this element of her self-protecting? And so she's coming off as a biatch to protect herself because she doesn't want another failed relationship. She doesn't want another guy just booty calling her. She doesn't want another guy like, screaming at her, hey, you're hot, without really seeing who she is. Like, the self-protection can show up in so many areas. And so that was me as well. I didn't want to speak to that group because of self-protection. I was like, I don't want to be taken advantage of as a coach. I don't want people to invite me out for coffees when coffee time is not about like, hey, let's be friends. It's like, hey, I'm in this relationship pickle. Can you give me some advice? No, I can't. That's not the container we do this in. And so, I was self-protecting for that. And when I share my work, like there's just a button inside of me that I have to be transparent because this is what I teach. I teach vulnerability. I teach transparency. And so with that being said, I know who I am, and I know how I show up in the world, and I show up with transparency and vulnerability. And I knew that I would need to do that to connect with my audience because that's who I am. And if I don't do that, then I'm not showing up authentically. I'm not being real. I'm not being me. And so there's an element of self-protection that I didn't want to share with those people. I was like, I want to protect myself. Yes, when people say, like, what do you do here in Bali? Oh, I'm a YouTuber and a coach. Let's end it at that. But to really show up and share my heart, it's like that was going to require a whole level of self-protection to fully come off, right? And so I'm telling you guys, like, I talk to women all the time. And when women come across as unapproachable, there's an element of their heart that they are trying to protect. See, we look at all the bullshit, right? Like when you see a woman as unapproachable, you're like, okay, she's a bitch, she's stuck up, she thinks she's better than me, blah, 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 blah. But what you don't see underneath is a woman who is hurting and who has been hurt and who is trying to protect her heart. And so sometimes when we're protecting our heart, we quit trusting people. We quit trusting humanity. So we see everyone as someone out to get us. And so when that woman is coming across like this, really what's inside, if you can just see a little girl inside who's crying, going, I don't want another person to hurt me. I'm afraid. And she may not even be able to admit that she may not be able to admit that to herself. She may, say like, oh, this is just who I am, and he's a loser, and he can't talk to me because I'm so amazing. I tell my friends in Bali that's how girls in LA talk. And so, but they really don't. Well, some do. And so we see the bitchy side, and we just think she's a bitch. But what you don't see is that maybe there's something else. Maybe she's not just a bitch. Maybe underneath that she is hurting and that she is showing up in life that way. She's coming across as unapproachable because she's a hurting girl inside. Can I get a witness up in here? Hello. And the same thing goes for men. When I coach men, like everyone gets hurt. Just because you're a man and you have a penis, that does not mean you're going to go through life unscathed. No, your parents, like when you were vulnerable, things happened there. You like put your heart on the line with a woman. She like wasn't very good to your heart. And so, and now you have self-protection, and guys just do it in different ways. They grunt and they, and it's cool. And they don't talk about their emotions, or they hide behind video games, or they distract themselves with work. All self-protection. Because if I get out in the world and I show up for who I am, I could get hurt. And the reality is, yes, you can. You 100% can get hurt. I can show up this way, and some of you guys are going to watch this video and you're going to hear my humor. You're going to hear me say hump a palm tree, and you're like, oh my God, she's crazy. She's hilarious. And then I'm going to have a whole different audience who may watch this and go, that is so unprofessional, and I cannot believe she is a coach. Oh my God. Like, you're not going to make everybody happy, and people will be nasty to you, but it doesn't matter. Like, that cannot stop you from living life. And if I were talking to women right now, I would say that cannot stop you from letting guys come into your life and putting up that wall and that bitch wall that like, don't talk to me, I'm unapproachable. But I'm not here to talk to women. I'm here to talk to you guys. So what do you do about it? What do you do about it? Listen, at the end of the day, you have to get comfortable with you, and you have to get comfortable with the fact that like you first and foremost might have some self-protection going on. Can we just all say, yeah, I have a form of self-protection? Like I'm trying to think right now, like what's my form of self-protection? Let's go with this. I don't know if this is like fully it, but like this morning I got on and I put makeup on. Maybe that's my layer of self-protection. Maybe I could have gotten on with no makeup and you could see the dark circles under my eyes because I've been sick in bed for the past 4 or 5 days. Good times. Or the fact that I have a raging zit there that came from Satan and he pierced a fork in my face. I'm just teasing. It's a little extreme, but it looks that way without the makeup. So maybe that's my level of self-protection for today. What I'm saying is we all have self-protection. So you as a man, one, understand like what do you do to avoid women? What do you do? Like some guys, let me just tell you, how do some guys do this? By staying in the friend zone, because you don't want to authentically tell her like, listen, girl, like I want to make out with you. I want to go on a date with you. So instead you're like, hi, I'm just your best friend. I'm just here to hear all your problems and to be available to take you to dinner anytime you like. And that's what I'm here for. As opposed to just putting your heart on the line, your balls on the line and saying, listen, girl, I'm into you. Like, what are we doing here? Like, let me take you out. Let me pursue you. Like, quit hiding and let me come for you, girl. Instead, some men, I tell you, a lot of men, let me tell you self-protection that a lot of men do is the nice guy syndrome. The nice guy, as nice as it may seem, it is not so nice. Like I'm just helping you guys see where you might be self-protecting as well, and where you may not come across as unapproachable as women, but these are the things, this is your layer of self-protection where a woman being unapproachable is keeping her from finding love. Whereas a guy, what can keep him from finding love is being too nice, because that in itself is a self-protection mechanism. Because if he were to ever put himself on the line and just be honest, there could be some repercussions. A woman could say, you're an asshole, or a person could say like, wow, why did you have to say that? And you can just say, because it resonated with me and that's what I wanted to say. And you could stand in your strength, or you could cower down and you could be the nice guy and just try to make everyone happy, which a lot of men do because society has told you, be a good boy, be a nice man. And so men have been so conditioned with that, but it's a form of self-protection. It's playing it safe so that you don't ever have to take the risk of getting hurt or people calling you an asshole or whatever else it is. And so first and foremost, if you want to grab a woman's attention, you have to be certain in yourself. This is why I do videos about getting out of the friend zone, not being the nice guy, being the alpha guy, because all of it is to bring you back to you. Do you understand this? Do you know that if you're on my YouTube channel, all of this is to empower you to come back to you so that when you show up with women, that you don't have to be some facade, some fake guy. You don't have to be some gimmick, geeky guy who's like following some stupid pickup artist advice that gets you just halfway in the door, but can't help you sustain the relationship because you basically manipulated her into a relationship and she finds out that you're not who you pretend you're being. Yeah, I get a lot of that too. Like men who come across as like super confident and they're just not. They hide behind their careers, their accomplishments, their looks. And then when you like spend time with them, they're just a hurting little boy because they've never, ever taken the time to get honest with themselves and face the damn mirror and face themselves. And I'm saying, you want to get a woman's attention, then find the courage to get into a mirror and start facing yourself. Because listen, people vibe with authenticity. People vibe with someone who is really own themselves. Like I always say this, you guys, those of you who enjoy me, like not everyone enjoys me, but those of you who do enjoy me, the reason why you enjoy me is because I keep it real with you guys. I'm bold with you guys. But listen, that is a risk that I take. I take that chance that someone could get on my YouTube and say, you shouldn't be a coach. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. And I could say, what I'm not going to say because it would be really aggressive. But we all take that risk, you know? And so when you want to grab a woman's attention, you will grab her attention by being a man who is comfortable with taking risk, who is comfortable approaching her, who is comfortable showing up for who he is and not cowering down. When he throws out a statement to her and she looks at him like, that you go, and you lean into it, and you don't like run from it, be like, oh, I'm just sorry, like, I don't want to offend you. No. Quit accommodating. Like, be freaking you. That's how you get a woman's attention. Because when she is in your presence, she goes, whoa, I am with a real man. I am with a man who is taking the time to invest in himself by facing himself in the mirror and being comfortable with his damn self and not hiding behind so much self-protection. Because why do we self-protect? Like, I'm giving you guys so much today. I hope some of this is landing on you guys. I hope that you guys are getting this. Listen, I'm not giving you some gimmicks. I'm not giving you like some bullshit advice. Like, this is real life. This is real human interaction. This is real heart level stuff. It's none of this bullshit like step one, do this and don't text her on this side. No. We are keeping it real today. And I'm telling you that as humans, we try to protect ourselves thinking that we somehow are going to get love by hiding ourselves, like pretending to be someone that we're not is going to help us find love. What kind of BS is that? That is bullshit. I'm trying not to cuss, and it's so hard because it's my favorite thing to do, along with drinking coffee and drinking wine. But listen, when you can step into your presence as a man, I got to get off because my client's going to be like, okay, where is this woman at 10 minutes? When you step up as a real man and you show her that you have done the work and that you have come to own yourself and that you don't back down, boom, that is what gets a woman's attention, because she's like, whoo, she knows that she is in the presence of a real man. And women are so hungry for that. Women are so tired of the games. They felt all the pickup artist BS. They felt too many nice guys just being nice because they're too afraid to step out and say, look, girl, I'm into you. They've had too many little boys hiding behind the exterior of a man. Here is my career. Here is my good looks. Here is my wonderful penis. Look what I can do. And then when you get in a relationship with him, you're like, oh, it's just a broken little boy. He's never taken the time to heal himself. He's never taken the time to face himself. Rothon's like, cuss, girl, cuss. I know, Rothon. Tell YouTube to let me cuss and not penalize me. Don't penalize me. So that's the thing, you guys. It's like you and yourself. When I started this whole conversation off about talking about self-protection, how I didn't want to share my work with people here in Bali, the reason why I did that was because of self-protection. And so ultimately we all do this. I'm sorry, I just had to block someone because he keeps posting so much stuff. I'm like, that's ridiculous. We all self-protect. We all do it. We all do it, guys. But babe, listen, if you really want to get her attention, you have to turn from those ways. You have to put those childish ways to the side, and you really have to start facing yourself. And listen, before I forget, I'm going to put it right here in the chat section. I have a new coaching experience that I'm sharing with you guys, where it's really an opportunity for people to really kind of not only face themselves, but figure out who they really are. I believe that there's more greatness to all of you. The alpha male hides behind his bravado. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that every single one of you has more greatness. For me as a coach, it's Moonshine's like, you look tired, babe. Yeah, bitch, because it's 7 a.m. here and I've been sick for 4 days. Check yourself. So I know you're just being sweet to me and telling me to get some sleep, but I just told you at the beginning why I'm tired. At the end of the day, you have a greatness inside of you, and there's no need to hide, but you'll never tap into that greatness if you continue to hide yourself, if you continue to self-protect. So my guys, why do women seem so unapproachable? Because there are layers of self-protection that she is hiding behind. That's why. What can you do to get her attention? You can become the man who's not afraid to be who he is, to face himself, to do some work and heal his heart, to heal his little boy so that he doesn't have to be one of these guys who hides behind bravado. So he doesn't have to be the guy that plays it safe and hides behind the nice guy syndrome and gets in the friend zone, but he's okay with that because at least he never has to take the risk of being rejected. And you're going to have to take some risk. You're going to have to take some risk. You're going to have to understand that, yes, you could get hurt. That is a chance that we all take. But you know what? At least you're freaking living. Will you flex your skinny biceps? Love to arm wrestle you. Like this? What? You want some of that? You want? Oh, you can't even see my cuts. Such a clown. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Remember, you have what it takes. Let's do this. Don't forget to apply for this new coaching experience. Wow, I can't even talk. I know I'm being super vague about it, but I just can't wait to unleash this. I love you guys. Thank you, Caligula Bear. I've been thinking about you, babe. I really miss you. Tony, thank you for that. You are loved as well. You guys have what it takes. You are so loved. And there is a champion on the inside. There is a hero on the inside. There's an emotional warrior on the inside of you waiting to come alive. And I would love to have the opportunity to help you unveil that. I'll see you guys soon. You take care. Bye, guys.